I'm Diane Whitehead, and I am from Washington State, but I currently live in Park City, Utah. And I spend a lot of time in Montana. We have a place in Montana also. I've been in Park City for 8+ years, been painting in Park City. I've been an artist. I started when I was 12 years old. I had an uncle who was going blind, and he gave me his oil painting set. And so I taught myself to paint, and I started selling my paintings. And then when I had children, then there was 20 years in there that just kind of went without painting anything. And then about 10 years ago, I got tired of working in the real world and decided to start painting again. And I bought 100 canvas, and I told myself if number 100 wasn't significantly better than number 1, then I would have to find another job. So they all sold. Yes, that's who I am today, and I've sold over 4,000 pieces throughout the entire world. And I'm very busy painting. I love it. Oil on canvas, and this bear, sometimes when I paint, I think about it too much. Not very often, but most of the time I don't think about it at all. And when I get done painting, when I become conscious, I step back and look at a painting, and I am flabbergasted by, and this was a lot of knife painting, a lot of moving around different paints. And what I love about this painting is I started experimenting a lot with purples and grays, and I take the garbage paint and mix it all together, and this is what comes out right here, are these colors. And the contrast between that and the light and the bear itself, I think that bears are so magic and so awesome, so powerful, that I really, really like the way this one turned out. So he's one of my favorites to date. This one is, obviously, this is one of the first pieces that I've done with the background, because usually everything is all abstract behind the animal. But this one, I threw in a little bit of background because I started painting plein air paintings quite a bit lately, and I was trying to mix up a little bit of my animals with a little bit of my plein air painting. And so, you know, I could have gone into more detail, but I have an unconventional palette. Everyone that I've ever tried to take a workshop with has tried to make me put my palette together the way every other artist does. But my palette is very intuitive, and I go with whatever I feel like at the time. It's not something I think about. It's not methodical. And this is one of those pieces where I pretty much blow up the entire color wheel and throw it out the window, and this is what happens. And again, I never step back from my paintings until I'm almost done with them, and then I step back and then I look at it and say and decide whether I'm done or not. And oftentimes I think I'm like 3/4 the way done, but when I step back and look at it, I'm done. I'm finished. There's nothing else I can do to it. So this was one of those pieces. I've raised 4 kids, and I've been through a lot of ups and downs throughout my life, and sitting down and putting this color and shaping these animals is such an expressive thing for me. You could go to counseling for a year every single week, and what I get out of painting one painting is way more than you could get just the thought process and thinking and being by yourself and only yourself, and coming up with something. And the animals themselves, I just think they're so awesome. They're so simple. Their lives are so simple, and everything just comes together for me.